Hello and welcome to The Update. I'm Heidi Tiltons. The Chief Minister of the Northern Territory says there will be no change to the Territory's alcohol laws despite spiralling crime. Anthony Albanese has raced to the top end for crisis talks with Indigenous leaders amid mounting pressure to address the problem locals say is now out of control. Alice Springs Mayor Matt Patterson says alcohol bans in town camps shouldn't have been lifted.
The community leaders have called for it not to be lifted. It's okay to say that we got it wrong. Let's go back and implement it and let's make changes. It doesn't have to be forever. It just has to be for a few years.
County officials in the latest US town to be faced with a mass shooting are crying out for more gun control. 7 people have been killed and 1 person critically injured at 2 sites south of San Francisco. The 67-year-old suspect is in custody. It's the 38th mass shooting in the US this year alone. 4 months after suffering life-changing injuries in a Melbourne roller coaster accident, Shyla Rodden has been discharged from hospital. The 26-year-old was hit after trying to retrieve a phone from the roller coaster tracks at the Royal Show. She's been transferred to another healthcare facility. Doctors say there needs to be a national medication plan to deal with a life-threatening shortage of antibiotics. Pharmacists across Australia are having trouble securing amoxicillin and other drugs due to supply chain issues. The Aussie dollar is strengthening against the greenback, hitting the 70 US cent mark. It's the best levels in about 5 months. CommSec market analyst Stephen Daglian says there are signs inflation in the US might have peaked and that could have ramifications for interest rates.
The faster inflation can fall, the less likely we are to get even more rate hikes in 2023 in the United States, and that's generally the type of thing that sees the US dollar weakening and the Australian dollar jumping.
Police in Africa don't believe they'll ever find the body of an Australian schoolteacher. It's alleged Mark Civarella's partner gave him poison, then fed him to crocodiles in Congo. In sport, Karen Khachanov is through to the semi-finals of the Australian Open after his American opponent retired hurt in the third set. After crashing out of the semis at the US Open, the Russian says he's excited to make it through to the round of 4.
Really happy about my level, about the way I compete, and looking forward to semi-finals here in Australia for the first time, yeah.
Elena Rybakina is into the women's semis after a straight sets win, and Australia has won the opening women's T20 international against Pakistan by 8 wickets. In entertainment news, Britney Spears is reportedly planning on selling her Calabasas mansion barely 6 months after she and husband Sam Ashgari moved in. The singer apparently hoping to land $12 million in the private sale. She apparently believes the property isn't private enough. Dolly Parton has let more slip about her highly anticipated rock and roll album, the country music icon revealing she's recorded Let It Be as a duet with Beatles star Sir Paul McCartney. And Ben Affleck and the 2 Jennifers in his life have come together for a blended family event in California. J-Lo and Jennifer Garner were joined by their kids for a musical performance, all looking very friendly with one another. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team, but we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.